In terms of the economy, most of us are feeling the heavy regulatory footprint, whether you have had issues with OSHA here in town, or the EPA, or the Department of Labor, or the IRS. We're coming up with a new way to deal with the regulatory structure. One of the most important of those is our features that come from the REINS Act, which we passed and House a couple of times in the last 5.5 years. Basically, the way the regulatory structure works today, Congress passes a statute, the regulators go write the rules, and then they go into effect. And the only way Congress can get re-involved and exercise its responsibilities under the Constitution is to use what's called a Congressional Review Act to essentially veto the rules that the regulators wrote. The problem with that is if you have a divided government like we have today, the president can veto our veto, and so the rules stay in effect. So what we proposed is the REINS Act, which essentially says that Congress writes a statute, the rule makers write the rules, the Article 2 branch, the White House writes the rules, but those rules never go into effect until Congress specifically affirms that they can go into effect. And so that gives us a chance to make sure that the law that we wrote is complied with in terms of the rules that are written. The Wall Street Journal says that's the single biggest reform in the regulatory environment in 4 decades and could greatly improve economic growth.